said this to my planner. I said, Kara, I wish we had more. She goes, Connie, we tried. This cross, ready, set, go. We are doing, you know, when you think the reason for the season, we are giving you that gift that's not just a beautiful piece of jewelry. The sentiment that surrounds this is so special. And we have this in the champagne, which you see on Victoria, or we have it for you in the blue. I am wearing this in the champagne as well. I would love to have this. I don't think there's a lady out there who wouldn't appreciate this. This is substantial too. It's an inch and 7/16 by 11/16. It comes with an 18-inch chain included. This is $23.95 on your charge card to be able to get it home. Now I love what Diane did. She put this back with the heart, which I think we still have a few of the hearts available, and she's layered the heart with the cross. So if you like to do those iconic symbols and layer them, you can certainly do that. Or it's a standalone piece.
Oops, sorry.
And it's on
there
that,
it is.
It's on that 18-inch chain.
It's so beautiful. You know, I have a cross in every collection I do, but look at this. This is one of my favorites. That sleek, singular line of one beam and that graduated into the center, almost winging out. Come on, the simple is the most profound sometimes. This is effortless style. This is haute couture. It's not gaudy, but it's strikingly elegant.
And you look at it, I mean, in that champagne, it is just classic and beautiful and versatile. And in the blue, wow, does it make a statement.
And there's no surprise here that each and every one of us has it on. I mean, Connie, we dressed ourselves not together, and we both chose this beautiful cross to wear. Why? I know there's lots of talismans and pretty cute things being sold for the holiday, but what more do we need than to celebrate our faith with such beautiful elegance as a diamond? Look at that beautiful chain. Look at, it's just sparkling. Again, champagne diamonds and that singular beam, vertical beam, straight sparkle and brilliance. And then look at the, I love the close-up. See, look at that cross beam with that centerpiece. Is this the most elegant? I'm just in love with this design. And we've done, you know, Vatican Cross and the Victoria Cross and so many different crosses, the Celtic Cross. This to me is just so, it's just speaking holiday and forever. It's perfect.
And to get the Italian chain along with it, because so many times if you get a beautiful pendant, you have to wait until you find the perfect chain, and that could be months. You could put the pendant up, forget about it. Then, you know, I mean, it takes a lot of time to find the perfect chain. We're including the chain, so right out of the box on Christmas morning to that Christmas service, you're gonna be wearing this.
So beautiful, it's elegant. It's, I mean, doesn't it almost make you speechless as well as breathless?
Oh yeah.
Because what it kind of connects you to your faith. Faith is a gift as well. Let's think about faith is a gift. So to give the gift of diamonds that symbolizes the gift of faith. Wow.
Well, and talk about something that will never go out of style and that memories are made on. You know, more heirloom pieces are crosses than anything else.
I'm not
because those are the ones that are passed down from generation to generation. You know, somebody is wearing their grandmother's cross or their great-grandmother's cross, or a mother gives her daughter the cross that she's worn for a lifetime on her wedding day. So these are the pieces that memories are made from. And now you can start that in your family. You can start that in your jewelry collection. And what a beautiful way to do it, but you're not wearing or giving the cross that everybody else has. You have a specialty piece. A
specialty piece, and it is just an eye catcher, isn't it? Because again, sometimes the most subtle design note is the one that just captivates our attention. You're trying to look what's different about this, and it's just so elegant and so subtle, and yet with a shout of meaning, a powerful meaning, the strength of meaning with the strength of diamonds. It's a piece of forever, celebrating your gift of faith, giving the gift of faith, as well as a gift of forever in diamonds, in either champagne diamonds or blue diamonds. And look at that center diamond in the center as well.
And by the way, we have about 100 of each of these available. So
congratulations.
First come, first serve. I knew this would happen. Anytime we bring in a cross in Diane's collections, it's always so popular. But you know what we're gonna do next? I'm gonna blow you away. How about a 1